The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com and tpublic.com. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness. I'm one of the hosts, Lowdown. With me, as always, is
F.U. Hunter. What's up, bitches?
What's up, bitch? You want to have some fun? Want to have some vicious fun?
Da-da-da.
It sounds better. Because tonight, on the chopping block, we have 2020's Vicious Fun. Now, alright, this movie, set in the 80s. So, okay, I don't know when it's going to come about, but there is going to be a certain time where I'm going to get tired.
Of all the 80s?
Of all that setting things in the 80s. Because I feel like people are doing it now just because they know they're going to have people that are in just for that. And then they might like the movie. But at a minimum, they're going to get an initial influx because it's 80s themed.
Well, here's the other thing, is I think certain movies, they take place in the 80s to take away the convenience of cell phones, the convenience of the internet.
Oh, the budget drops significantly.
Well, no. But I'm just saying, for their stories, like, why didn't they just grab a cell phone and do this? Why didn't they just look it up on the internet? So I feel like some of these, in order to make the storyline passable, they place in the 80s. So
You still do that in the 90s, though.
You can, but I think it's just the easy, like, and then you just throw in nostalgic music on top of whatever, like. So, but I feel like that's almost one of those kind of appealing things, too, with it. Because, yeah, there is a lot of horror movies that have come out that are like, this takes place in the 80s. And you're like, all right, okay.
What about the 70s? What's up?
Yeah, the 70s get fucked over. I don't know.
70s had some... You could do 70s. Now, if someone did a movie...
You know who's taking over that, though, is Rob Zombie. All of his... He's taking over the... Let's place it in the 70s, and this in the 70s, because he always wants to play, like, Grand Funk Railroad or whatever, so...
I hate you.
But it's true.
Did you see? They're building the entire neighborhood for the Munsters. Not just like the house. Not just the house. They're building the entire neighborhood. So you see all these normal rich ass houses and then the Munsters house. So there's going to be an entire neighborhood. And he posted on Instagram that there's a giant vacant, like huge, I don't know how many acres area that's flat. And they're just building this neighborhood in that. I'm sorry. Like, I really want to watch this because it's the Munsters. Like,
I just wish Rob Zombie would go back to the basics. Look, he had Devil's Rejects.
This isn't going to be hard, so we can leave. All right, this is different. This isn't going to be hard. This is going to be the Munsters. So I feel like if he take the let's be over the top out of it that Rob Zombie had for his really shitty horror movies like 31 and Lords of Salem and
most everything
and
yeah,
but he has to focus on being like goofy and
I still don't trust it. I look at this the same way as Tim Burton doing Dark Shadows. Like Tim Burton back in the day.
No, that is not the same thing.
Hold on. Tim Burton back in the day. Like, oh yeah, fucking Dark Shadows, like this gothy fucking show. Yeah.
Gothy drama. Nothing Tim Burton screams drama after like Edward Scissorhands.
Well, yeah, because he sucks now.
Yeah. So, okay, if you're saying that era...
a la Rob Zombie, I don't trust him
if
with
you're
the
saying
fucking
that
monsters.
era Burton, like Edward Scissorhands, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you didn't get that. You got fucking post Planet of the Apes, post, Chocolate Factory.
Same actor, though. I mean...
But I'm just saying.
Anyway,
we're getting Rob Zombie post all this shit.
We're
stuff.
deterring from the movie because I brought up bitching about 80s. Anyway,
right.
So the movie's set in the 80s. You got this kid who's an aspiring filmmaker. Which I get that shit, right? Like All right, that motherfucker saying nice after every idea he has when he records it on his fucking little tape recorder.
Yeah,
I wanted to punch him. All right, they described him as a loser later on in the movie, and he was like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "No, dude, totally. Like, you fit."
But they set him up to be that way. I mean,
yeah. But he'll be like, the blah 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 sets on the blah blah. Nice. I'm like, shut up. No. So this dude, he goes to interview a filmmaker. He bitches at him about like all his movies are slow stalkers because he's stuck in the 70s from Halloween, and like that's pretty much he's just giving this director shit. And the director's like, "Oh, but you smart guy," and he brings up his idea for taxi drivers. Yeah, being a killer, right? And you're like, And Rachel called that shit when the interview ended abruptly because the director was pissed. our main character walks out. Rachel's like, he just stole his movie idea. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no, he just stole his movie idea. I'm like, okay. And anyway, you see the guy goes home. He's got a roommate, really, really hot chick, which of course he's in love with.
Well, I know.
Well, his idea of love. He's infatuated with. He's obsessed with a really hot chick.
As in every 80s movie.
Exactly.
You know, the best friend, but he's in love with her. Yeah, like.
I was waiting for a Cure song to play, dude. It was disgusting.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was terrible. So you find that out. So this dude's really in a pathetic slump. But he follows his roommate's date to a bar.
Well, because he drops her. Her date shows up, drops her off. Douchebag levels off the charts. Like this guy's 80s douchebag. Like he's the bad guy in the whatever ski movie you would have. Just think that dude. That's this guy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks like total douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
So our main protagonist is like, oh, this dude seems fucking like he spots the wedding ring. That's right.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, you know what? Fuck this. Her friend gets dropped off. He takes that taxi, and he's like, the classic, follow that car.
And what taxi driver does that?
I want to do that sometime, though, man. Seriously, I want to get a taxi and just pick out a car that's up
You mean an Uber?
Follow that car, yeah.
You mean an Uber?
No, taxi.
You know taxis are gone in Richmond, right? For the most part.
Yes, but if I go to a big city, there's still a few fledgling like taxi companies. I just want to get in one and literally just pick out a random car up ahead and go, follow that car and see if that actually works. The guy's like, dude, it doesn't work that way, man. Like, I'm not helping a stalker, motherfucker. And, you know, something realistic. But no, every movie, the taxi driver's like, all right, and just puts the thing down, just follows the car in front of him.
Mm-hmm. So, ends up at the bar, and he makes his grand entrance with this, like, fucking cold wave 80s song, which, okay, the soundtrack's awesome. I really dug a lot of that music. And he sits down and talks to him, finds out the guy's not married. He's a real estate agent, and he uses the ring to kind of seal the deal.
Yeah.
I guess.
And he was pretty much talking about dude's roommate, and he's like, yeah, you know, like, this works on the lady.
She was a talker, and, like, you know, we talked about, like, the date and how you just, like, got head from her, and, you know, how, like, she's a big talker. He kept talking about her lose her roommate and all this other shit. And then the dude proceeds to get shithoused because that douche nozzle pretended to be his friend and left him with the bill.
Yeah.
Which was...
Well, yeah, it was fucked up because, he's like, you know what? I got your next drink. And then walks out and throws it on the fucking, our dude. I mean, like, yeah.
So the bartender was in something. The bartender was in something.
Yeah.
I know that actor from somewhere, right?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I knew his face. He's in something.
Now, we did forget, actually, the cold open of the movie. Before we even get to our dude, is we get to this dude,
traveling salesman,
traveling salesman, who's packing a suitcase full of fucking knives and torture devices,
and offers a chick a ride.
Yeah, and you get that setup where he gets in the station wagon and he looks you know, sketchy. He looks creepy and sketchy as a motherfucker. But he sees a chick at the phone booth, and you're like, oh shit, we're about to see his fucking first kill, and she comes out of the phone booth, walks over there, and
he locks the car.
Yeah, he offers her a ride, and then locks the car, and then looks at her with that creepy fucking smile, and you're like, oh shit. But this is where this movie's like, don't just assume, because she fucking pulls out a knife and fucking...
Not just any knife, a fucking butterfly knife, because 80s. Flings that bitch open, stabs him through the bottom of the jaw.
Yeah, stabs the shit out of him.
And then repeatedly stabs him in the gut.
And I appreciate that, because it was setting you up like, oh, okay, this guy's obviously gonna kill this chick, and no, she fucking killed him.
Exactly. So move on. Your main character's getting shithoused at this bar. Gets so shithoused he starts stumbling go to the bathroom.
Fucking
bumps into a chick at a phone booth, and it's a chick that just killed homeboy.
Yeah.
Who tried to kill her, and then she walks away annoyed because he bumped into her, and then he pukes all over the fucking phone, like after making a drunk call to his roommate.
Yeah. Where he almost confessed his love.
Almost.
But didn't do it.
And then he stumbles into what he thinks is the bathroom. It's a closet, and passes out. Now, when he wakes up, the bar has been cleared, but he hears voices. He walks out, and he sees they're in a circle, like a little support group. And you've got the chick, and then you've got a group of...
Three
dudes.
Yeah.
And then, well, 4 dudes. One of the 4 being the leader, who is played by none other than David Koechner.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce his last name right?
Keckner, I think.
Keckner?
Yeah.
Anyway, Anchorman.
Just say whammy. Yeah.
Whammy. Dude.
And at first,
Cheap Thrills. I'm like, this is Cheap Thrills. Come on, man. Because, like...
But at first, not really sure what they're talking about. He's like, it's a struggle every day and stuff like that. And then they start talking and they start revealing more. He's like, I find just, getting rid of the bodies to be, kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. And you get more and more and you realize, oh shit, all these motherfuckers are serial killers. And what I love is you have the different types of serial killers.
Different types of serial killers, but you also have different types of horror genres.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it's like
you get the
different
big
types of horror. You've got the slasher, the big motherfucker Mike, who is an actor that I've seen in a bunch of stuff.
You would recognize, he's just a big motherfucker,
But he's all about, like, when you're running onto a camp or a sorority house and just putting on a mask and a machete and just hacking away at fuckers. And then you've got the dude, the chef, who's like the cannibal, who's got that Lecter persona, right? And then you've got Koshner, who's military-led, who's like, he's killing for a job.
Yeah, I had to kill a village of kids that was fucked up.
Yeah, he's a killer, but he's being paid for it to do it by the government.
And he's very chummy, and you can tell he likes his job. He likes killing people.
And then you've got dude who played Three Fingers in Wrong Turn.
Yep.
As the accountant.
Yeah.
Who likes to torture his fucking victims.
It was interesting with him because he's very, like, calculated in the way he's talking about. He's like, I sedate them, I let them slowly feel the pain, and goes through all this stuff, and you're like, oh, he's one of those. But then later on, they throw you for a loop. He's like, and I like to dress like a clown. You're like, wait, what? And you're like, I assumed you were like Lecter style, but you're like more John Wayne Gacy style. Mm-hmm. Like, and that threw me because I was like, what's with the clown stuff, dude?
So they basically, when he walks out, they ask him, this is Philip. You gotta be Philip, right? So Philip is somebody who was supposed to show up, who was another serial killer, and there's one more empty chair, and so. But this dude sits down and he tells stories like he's Philip. He listens to all them tell their stories. He, for his kill, points out the fact that he was a taxi driver.
Yeah,
he's trying to sell his movie.
Which is funny because, the whole selling point he had to this director early in the movie, he's like, so how do you do it? How do you kill your victim? He's like, taxi driver. Yeah. And he was so proud of himself. He's just like, I get to do it. And that's where he's like, I can do this. I can get away with what I was already trying to sell this director on. I'll just make this my actual story. I'm a taxi driver, and nobody remembers what a taxi driver looks like.
Exactly.
And I pick them up. I know where they live. They never even suspect a thing.
Exactly. And then they keep telling the stories, and then they get ready to take a break, and then in pops the last missing guest, and it's the dude who took
It's a douche nozzle, yeah.
It's a douche nozzle. And he points out all the flaws to being a taxi driver and a serial killer.
And we find out that he's more of the Lecter of the group.
Yeah, because he's a sociopath.
But he's got like a genius IQ and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So he's just like, okay, couple problems. A, how do you not get tracked if you have their address? How do you do this? How do you do this? And throws out reasonable stuff that once you hear this guy's story, you're like, yeah, I guess that wouldn't make any sense. And then everybody else in the circle is like, wait a second, that is true. How the fuck would you do all that? Yeah. And this is where our guy.
And then the cool thing is, they all start going after him, and you think David is gonna last. Whammy is gonna last through the whole movie.
Nope.
He is the first fucking kill. The first fucking kill after the credits.
Yep.
And they fucking like gut his ass. And then
because you learn because they start having kind of a power struggle. And he's like, they're like, who put you in charge? He's like, I fucking put myself in charge. Y'all all follow me. And they're like, nope. And then you get him getting killed by all the different serial killers in their own specific ways. So you had the dude with the...
Oh, yeah, they stab him in the eye. The clown guy stabs him in the eye. And fucking the machete dude, doesn't he, chop him? I don't know. He chops him or something.
Yeah.
There's all these random ways to kill him. And then after that, they're still going after our main character. And this is where you see the chick who did the first initial kill to the creepy salesman, takes him into the kitchen and barricades the door. And then you find out that she is actually there to kill all the other serial killers.
Yeah, because but
they never tell you why.
Well, there was a slight mention at the beginning of the meeting where they're like, "We're not gonna have another Utah on our hands," because you saw they're a little nervous, and come to find out that there was another serial killer meeting in Utah. And all those motherfuckers got killed.
So we don't mention Utah unless we have ourselves a Utah.
But yeah, come to find out, this chick is fucking badass, and her whole thing is she hunts down these serial killers.
Mm-hmm. So, she's like a Dexter, kind of.
Yeah, I would. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Now I will say that moving forward in the movie, insanity ensues. So some of the key points are you find that her first kill, Phil, she hid him in the freezer of the restaurant, and then he uses and then pulls him out of the freezer because he's been gutted after how many times she stabbed him.
Yeah.
Uses his guts to kill the chef, who's a cannibal.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's so many different scenes of how they slowly kill all these killers.
And what's great is, so they're trapped at this restaurant. Eventually, the Lecter of the group, the douchebag, decides to call the cops. Get the cops to show up there, pin the dead bodies that are there already on our main dude and that chick. And so it kind of stops for us. The movie kind of halts for a second where the cops show up. But then you get these two detectives.
No. The main character called the cops, not the sociopath.
I thought it was
No, the main dude called the cops when they're hiding in the kitchen, and then our main sociopath, the Lecter guy, turned around and was like, "Oh, so you want to play it that way, huh?" And he calls the cops back after he called the cops.
That's right.
Hey,
okay.
There's a killer. Blah blah.
Yeah.
But no, our main dude, the loser, is the one who initially called the cops. Because remember, the chick's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" The cops are showing up.
Which wouldn't we all just call the cops?
No, he didn't call the cops. He pulled the fire alarm. That's
right.
what it was.
Yeah.
Which immediately alerts the authorities. That's what it was.
But you get these two detectives that both have mustaches, both the most generic 80s, like...
Remember he tried to pull his gun out?
We can stay here all night if you don't want to talk, like...
The one tried to pull his gun out, and he just couldn't get it out. And then I forget how the altercation ended, but he's like, "Man, I almost shot you, man." It's like, dude, I literally verbally said, "You couldn't even get your gun out of the holster. How are you gonna fucking shoot anybody?" These are some
I was already enjoying
cops.
this, but I think when they get to the police station is where it really starts to take off, because you get douchebag Lecter who literally
shows up as a lawyer.
He shows up as another cop because he's investigating.
Oh, that's right.
And
that's right.
literally flashes a fake ass badge that our great detectives don't pick up on at all. And so he's in there literally like taunting our dude and the chick, like, and they know like that's the fucking serial killer, but these detectives are like, shut the fuck up, we're listening to you, and like pretty much just set up where then the clown serial killer and the fucking
he was super
Jason-ish one.
The Jason-ish one was lame as fuck, but the clown one was creepy as shit. Because he's like hiding behind doors, like just being eerie as fuck.
And that's what I'm saying is we get to see each of them kill off top cops or detectives in there. Because of course the police station has the three detectives.
Everyone was busy down at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Because, that's how that works.
You see the clown dude kill somebody, and his way's fucking crazy because he hits you with a injection that completely paralyzes you. And then he just tortures the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And that was creepy.
That was fucking creepy.
At least the Jason motherfucker, just hacks you right there.
But he got it good, though. He got it. This guy's mask is a welding mask.
Of course.
It's fucking
welding mask. Because they're out of mask, dude. That's it.
And he just stabs him through the eyelet of the welding mask. I was like, all right, okay. All right. But then from there, so we lose the clown guy, and we lose Mike.
Yeah.
We already lost the cannibal chef, and military murderer. So we're left with literally the main sociopath,
douchebag Lecter. Yeah.
And then they go to the hospital, and then he fucking gets in. No, didn't they hit him with a car? So he's like limping and shit.
Yeah, they fucked him up.
Hit him up with a car.
They fucked him up a couple times. They stab him. They hit him, but again, he just won't go down like the other ones do. So.
Fucking crazy. So they hit him with a car. They think he's done. They go to the hospital. They're in the rooms. They're healing. And no, one of them's in the waiting room. One of them didn't get fucked up.
Yeah, our main dude's in the waiting room.
He sees bloody fruit prints.
She got fucked up because, like, she got stabbed like a fuck ton.
That's right. Yeah. And, like...
So they think, she's literally on... It, like, it's weird. You think she's pretty much just about to die. They've got her... They do quick surgery and stuff like that. And you're like, okay, well, she's a sitting duck now. And that's when we get, douchebag.
Douchebag, you see, our main character sees footprints going into like a closet, and he follows them, and he sees like the bag. The Lecter guy has a bag that he uses, and he fucking then when you pans to a scene of seeing him in a fucking gown and a mask covering his face, and so this scene was kind of cheesy.
This whole movie is cheesy, dude.
It is cheesy. But it got really bad at the end because he's like, oh, this badass killer, I'm never going to stop. And then she just like stabs the fuck out of him with a scalpel.
She stabs his fucking eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, but he's still trying to fight it, like almost like you can't defeat me. I'm smarter than both of y'all. But we're gonna defeat you. We'll just keep fucking stabbing the shit out of you till you fucking die.
And then he's dead, so that crew's gone. So meanwhile, you keep seeing this. Our main
his
chick's roommate shows up.
Roommate showed up at the hospital, and you think, okay, we see the way the beats are going with the '80s movie. That oh wow, you were so brave. You saved my life. Now maybe I see the way. Nope. That's what I appreciate. This movie did not go that way.
Nope.
And that's
because they had a really good heartfelt scene, and then he goes and grabs main killer chick, sneaks her out, and then they venture off.
Yeah, and then it's like months later, and you show up at some random theater
drive-in.
Yeah.
Our main killer, Dexter chick had a notebook, and it had Utah that wasn't slashed out, and it had Mr. Midnight. She was slashing out all the names of the serial killers as she went along. Mr. Midnight and he asked who, the main loser dude asked who is Mr. Midnight. And I remember asking Rachel, I was like, was that Mr. Midnight at the drive-in? Because there's nothing that says Midnight on the marquee in the drive-in, but why would they make that such a big deal for being the last kill of the movie?
Well, that's his white rabbit. That's her main one she's going after. And until she gets to him, she's taking out every other serial killer.
I got you. So it may be a sequel with Mr. Midnight.
Yeah. He's what caused her to train and seek out killing all of them.
Maybe that leaves it open for a sequel for Mr. Midnight.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll probably take place in the 90s.
Okay, that's fine. It took her that long.
Yeah.
No, so we've got him. He got adopted as the apprentice. And he goes into the drive-in.
He's fully embraced it, by the way. He's on a Hawaiian shirt, mustache. He's just I do get to play dress up, right? I don't have to look like myself. He's having fun now.
Yeah.
He found out, this is his purpose. All the stuff before.
And what does he see on the way into the drive-in? He sees a movie poster. What's it called? Taxi Cab Driller.
Yeah.
And he's like, I knew it was a good idea.
Motherfucker.
And then I looked at my wife and I was like, God damn it.
Don't they actually have a clip of it? And she's like they have a clip of the movie on the screen.
On the screen, yeah. When the last scene when they drive away after killing the douche nozzle at the drive-in, it's on the drive-in screen, they're doing a pre-show play or something like that.
But but this was fun. I mean, it
was enjoyable.
It definitely leans more into the comedy part of this horror comedy.
Yeah, the kills that you see are done well, but there's not a lot, and they aren't necessarily gruesome. There is blood, they're done well, but it's not like a gore horror factor. It's done really well.
Your serial killers are
it's original.
Pretty. I like how they kind of set you up, but then they throw you for angle. Like I said, the dude that you think is going to be the Lecter type killer, that he fucking dressed up like a clown. But you did have the welder Jason guy, this big motherfucker, but he just puts on a welder mask and kills people. And so there's times where
the other guy who's trying to be all deep is like, if you ever ate in a fresh kidney. Warm from the kill. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Stop it. And also, I mean, dude, the way they introduced the killers, the way she introduced the killers when they're first in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And he realizes what she's actually there for. That was fun. That montage where he where the accountant grabs his suitcase and he rubs it and he starts dancing and puts on the clown makeup.
That was cool because it was a feature, each one kind of walking up and doing their own thing.
Yeah, that was really rad. So the movie was very original, even though it played on all the tropes. There you go. This movie survives the chopping block. One of the main reasons for me is because it's a movie that literally utilized all these different tropes for the base of the story, but it still felt like an original film.
Yeah,
it really did. It really felt like an original film.
And
we've all done the restaurant thing. We've all seen the police station thing. We've all seen the hospital thing.
Yeah,
all those scenes and those sets have been done. But the way they did it was just really well done. Yeah. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not hugely original, but it's a fun movie. It's
to me, nothing's original anymore. Every single thing has been done.
Yeah.
So for you to take something literally based off all these different tropes, and I still feel like I'm watching an original film. I still felt like I was watching something I hadn't seen before. You did it well. You did a good job.
And you throw in some good practical kills.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, that's part of it. You got to. If you could have all that, and if it was CG films, I'd destroy you.
If everybody just got stabbed or it was just whatever, like I'd be like, but again, you get a dude choked by dead guys' intestines.
Got a dude who got he got paralyzed. Got a nail put on his head and slowly and whack.
Which is fucking crazy. Yeah.
Dude,
that was I forgot about that. Was one of the detectives that gets hit with the fucking injection and paralyzed. And you see that nail and you're like, oh, and I was like, that's kind of fucking badass.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. And then, like I said, even a dumb Jason knockoff got the machete through the fucking eye hole that was like, I don't know, a 32nd the size of the mask, so you had to like aim it like, rah! And just, it's so good. Now, I will say the big final bad of the film, his death was kind of lame. It was more about his fight. But like what happened to him to kill him was kind of lame. It was just
I think it was more of just seeing him, because I mean, at that point he already got hit by a car, he already gotten stabbed a couple times. So I think it was just one of those things where like, when are you like almost setting us up?
How much you got, bro?
Are you gonna actually fucking die this time?
How much you got, bro?
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah.
So no, this movie definitely passed chopping block. Again, it's on Shudder, so check it out, guys. You know, listen, give it a watch, give it a fair shake. And as always, hit us up at lowdownbrown@gmail.com. Let us know what you think of the film. Please, if you check it out after you've listened to this, or if you've already seen it, give us your thoughts. And as always, go to GIPodcast.com, click out our links tab, go through our Amazon link, and shop on Amazon like normal. We just get a little kickback. Shits are fucking definitely appreciated. And right next to our Amazon link, we have our TeePublic link. And TeePublic is where all our designs are for every show under the network, and then just random motherfucking ones that we thought were cool and needed to go up there. And you can get all these designs on shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, fucking onesies, fucking posters, all this awesome shit.
You can make collection of stickers, all GUI.
And magnets.
Yeah.
There you go. And it could literally be that simple. So definitely check out that page and buy some merch if you feel so inclined. And as always, while you're on GUIPodcast.com, check out all the other shows under the network. We've got something for everybody. Every podcast has got its own different flavor, so check out that shit. And until we talk to you again, stay safe.
At GUIPodcast.com.
Hey guys, Scotty Big Daddy Preston here. That's right, the Geek Father, asking you to join me here every other week with friends and family of the GUI Network as we go through all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent. So remember, join us or cry.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.